So you do not get much more rural than Cottonwood, Arizona, which is where I lived and made tons of movies. And I have to say, that's an anomaly, unless you have a core group of people whom you can make movies with. So in previous videos, I talked about New York, I talked about LA, I talked about mid-sized cities, and today we're talking about rural areas. So I would say that's probably not the best place to be to make movies. And the reason why is you're not going to probably be meeting a lot of people in general. You'll know everyone in the town. You're not going to be making a lot of networking connections within your town. But I guess you can drive to the nearest city to get involved. But that's a lot of time, and then you probably have to pay for a hotel, and there's a lot of barriers to getting involved. So this is going to be a pretty short video because I'm just going to be like even when I was in Cottonwood, Arizona, I still had to audition my people out in Phoenix and in order to get them in my movies. And so I was driving about 2 hours to do an audition to audition actors. And that was, it's a lot. I didn't do a lot of, I didn't hold a lot of casting calls, but I ended up just, holding a few casting calls, and then I would call on the people that caught my eye for several different productions. And that's just how I did it. And I was able to, again, we talked about mid-sized cities. I was able to get in touch with the agents there, and they were able to put the shout out for my casting, event. It wasn't like a specific casting call. It was just I just wanted to see actors, and I was able to get actors to come in through there. And I also found a few boards in this mid-sized city that I was 2 hours away from. So I had to be efficient in the way I did it. I drove 2 hours down, auditioned people, drove 2 hours back. And the reason I was able to make a lot of movies is I was in a program. I think, have I spoken about it? Nope. All right. Well, I did. I'm going to actually post my timeline in videos if I haven't already. There'll be a link if I have. If I haven't, it's because I'm still working on it. But basically, that portion of my life, I was in Cottonwood, Arizona, and going to a film school in Sedona, Arizona. And so I had a core group of people. This is after I worked professionally. I guess we'll talk about that. So I went and did that because I wanted to work in HD, which was like the new thing. And I also wanted to have good reel as a director and a core group of people that I could work with. And something else happened that wasn't that, but which I think I spoke about in my Don't Go to Film School video. But I ended up, I did have that core group of people to produce and direct with, and do other things with. And so I was able to make a lot of movies there. But for the most part, unless you have that nearby, you're not going to have that opportunity. The one exception is, let's say you're an editor or you do VFX, and you can get files that you need by, maybe they've already shot everything in principal photography, but they need you to edit. If you can get that from the cloud, where they upload it and then you pull it down, edit it, maybe in Premiere, because Premiere has its own cloud. I believe Final Cut has its own cloud as well. And then so you can constantly be collaborating in that way in the middle of nowhere, then you're fine. And you don't even have to worry about where your location is. And if you're in the middle of South Dakota, and which I loved South Dakota, okay, so just like, but it was really, really empty. Wyoming too. Let's say you're in the middle of Wyoming. It's super, that's like the most empty. But you have a great Wi-Fi connection, you have a great Ethernet connection, then you can still work in the entertainment industry because in your post-production, because you can edit and you can do, maybe you can do the graphics, a poster for the movie you're working on. But you get what I'm saying, right? If you're in Wyoming and in a really rural spot of Wyoming, and there is nothing around, no colleges, not even a high school nearby, then I hate to break it to you, but that's going to be tough. But even and the networking is going to be tough, and you're going to want to move into at least a mid-sized city. So that is my coverage That's the last video I think I'm going to make about different locations. I hope that was helpful to you. Let me know what you think. Are you in somewhere like Wyoming and are you making it happen? And are you creating like a film networking thing in the middle of Wyoming? Because that would be amazing. If you are, I want to go to it. So that is all I'm going to say today. If you like this video, like the video. I haven't learned yet. Is it this side? I don't know. And also please subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Have a good one.